supply only the finest.
I used to fold myself into your corners, made myself small enough
Well met.
to fit between your scattered
too kind.
All right, we're back. World of Warcraft. We are back. We are back. We're back. I'm still tired. But let's go ahead and do burning steps. See if we can do some quests in the burning steps. I probably should clear out my quest log a little bit. Forces of Jade. Yeah, I guess we can hold on. Run village, yes. I don't know if we're retrieve. Let's just abandon this. Visit Grigon. Alien Ecology. What is this? Angoro? Yeah, I guess we'll hold on to that one. All on the Watchtower. We can just pick that up again. Desert Recipe. We can pick that up again. Good enough for now. I haven't done the Hunter quest, which honestly I probably should have done it. But it's such a long quest chain. I'm thinking maybe it'll just be easier to do when I'm like, when I'm like 60 or something. Maybe we'll go do it then. Then it'll just be, easy. We won't like be struggling to kill all those mobs. It takes so long to kill them. All elite? Wow, and I used to kill these all the time. Sure. Weak and insignificant.
How are ya? What can I do for you?
Stuff.
Safe travels.
50.
Be good.
Yep.
Great to
Extinguish
meet
the
you.
fire gun.
What can I do for you? See you around.
We're down. Let's see. We've got
Brings you here.
Dragonkin Menace. 15 wound. Oh, I don't think we can do this because they're elites. Grab it anyway, and these are BRD quests.
Goodbye now.
Might as well grab them.
Can I help you? Be seeing you.
Maybe we can get a BRD group. I think that's an LBRS quest, though. That's Halcyon. Puts her down. Her down is... Yeah, Halcyon, that is definitely LBRS. Let's see how my damage compares to this person. Once we, I took a lot of damage there from that AoE. Actually, I'm almost doing as much damage as this ranged hunter. Look at that. Look at the DPS meter. I'm actually almost doing as much. Actually, I'm out DPSing this ranged hunter. That's hilarious. That shouldn't even be possible. I shouldn't be out DPSing this hunter. That's funny. Look at that. We're neck and neck on DPS. The ranged hunter, and we're both the same level. Wow, that's hilarious. That's great. That's good news. That with even this shitty gear, I'm doing decent DPS. Oh, she's got no mana, Hunter. Your pet's actually doing pretty decent damage. Not as much as my pet, but kind of surprising, actually. I'm actually doing more damage than that hunter is. My melee is out DPSing this hunter's range damage, which seems... Actually, it's not out DPSing. I think I'm just more DPS per second. Interesting. Interesting. Crap. Bastard. But then we got a nice big juicy crit. Another crit. Got a couple black dragon scales. How much are those worth? 10 silver each. Big damage. Fauna. And he does a lot of damage. Beats up on my pet good. I kind of hate getting rid of dragon leatherworking on this character, but alchemy at level 60 is going to be far superior. Like, far superior to leatherworking. You just hate, like, getting rid of a profession that you spent so much time leveling up, you know? Ooh, big damage. Big damage. Another big damage, but we put off a lot of crits. Crits are landing. Let's see if we can pull off one more. No, we didn't get a chance. It's funny how, you know why she's not doing any damage? Because she's not regenerating her mana. If you look at this hunter, she's not drinking anything. She's just auto-shotting. That's why I was like, there's no way I should be out DPSing this hunter. She's not regenerating her mana, so she's not using anything but mostly just probably Serpent Sting and auto-shot. And that's why her damage is so low. If you look, Serpent Sting... I don't know what the heck Keeper Sting. She must have the Epic Bow. Is that the Epic Bow? Respect. Keeper Sting. Is that a... That's the bow, right? It's gotta be a bow thing. Like a special effect. Okay, inspect. Yeah, it is verdant. Okay. It's like a poison, probably. Poison dot. I don't think I've ever had that bow before. So her bow is from, like, what is that, like Wailing Caverns or something? I mean, that's like a really... That is like, no wonder her damage is so low. She's got a really... That can't be. Is she really using a blue bow from the inspect? 27. Oh, no, that's a good bow. Slow speed. Oh, that's actually a good bow. Hmm. But yeah, you don't see like auto shot. Oh, she is doing aim shot, but not very many. Only 4. So yeah, all she's really doing is just because she doesn't want to take time regenerating her mana.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Well, taking some damage. Is she's just basically serpent stinging, auto shotting, and that's about it. Which, yeah, I can understand that. On a hunter, it's a pain to have to stop and drink after every fight, but I pretty much have to after every 2 or 3 fights because I blow through my mana from feign deathing all the time. Feign death trap, feign death trap. It's just constant, but. But if she had a full mana bar and we both like pushed as much damage as we could do, she would probably do about 60% damage to my 40%, I would imagine, as long as her aim shots were landing. But that goes down once you start adding multiple mobs to the attack. Like, once it starts becoming an AoE pull, then my traps start doing more damage, because AoE trapping, so. I'm gonna go for a food buff here. Need to keep my health pulled up. These guys do tend to do some damage. Sneaky damage. Very, very, very sneaky there. Yeah, I could never have done that quest solo because of, having to be up close. I don't think that would have. Yeah, I think my pet would have taken too much damage. Is she not going to turn the quest in? No, she is. She's just kind of taking a roundabout way to get here. Stuff too.
I am on. Farewell.
Covered lakes are deliver the message.
Hello.
Dragon scales. We don't need heavy scorpius scales, I don't think. Probably don't even need the thick leather, but
Safe
hold on
route.
to it for now. Let's go kill some fire gut. Extinguish. And the fire gut will drop some leatherworking recipes, but I think they're all going to be elemental. Don't think any of them are. I mean, I probably won't even be able to learn them. Sucks. Doesn't want to do a group. I was gonna invite that warlock to a group, but I guess they don't want a group. Thought it would be easier to do these together, but I guess not. Ooh. Fire. By fire. I need that one? I don't. Too late now. Too late! I'm seeing some stutters in WoW, like micro freezes, and I've been trying different things to fix it, but I've been unsuccessful. I'm not really sure what's causing it. That Warlock's, well, she's level 50. I'd say she's kind of ballsy, but she's level 58, so she's quite a bit higher level than these mobs. These are only 52. She's 6 levels higher than them. She can afford to be a little ballsy. Forgot to buy a drink. Shit. Just did my fire trap. You see the screen freeze there. It's like a little micro freeze. It's really annoying. Could be an add-on. Could be reshade. Oh, I updated my video drivers yesterday. Could be anything. So many different things. One of the things we did do was, let's see. Caused me to log out of the game, I don't know. So we want system. System, I'm trying to remember. Advanced settings. When we turned off the hardware accelerated GPU, don't know, it didn't seem to make a difference, so we're going to turn it back on. You'll need to restart your PC. Yeah, that didn't fix it either. Yeah, even though I don't need him, he's in my way, damn it. You're in my way, buddy. There's another micro stutter. Ah, I hate micro stutters. It's probably an add-on. Let's get rid of the achievement add-on. Get rid of the guild map. Try to get rid of add-ons we don't necessarily need. I don't know if it'll make a difference. It's possible the achievement add-on is scanning like every so often, which is maybe causing an issue. See? I don't think it's the achievement though, because I'm pretty sure I saw the stutters before the achievement add-on was enabled. You gonna punt me, buddy? We'll see if he punts me. Nah, I don't think he's gonna punt me. No, he didn't. Thank you for the drink, though. I am on Skull Rock. Turtle Wow. Good morning to you too. I mean, it was sad. I mean, it made me a little bit sad. I'd really kind of gotten tired of playing Turtle Wow just because I don't like using that old client, the 1.12 client. But definitely was sad to see Turtle Wow go down. I mean, I think, but I mean, honestly, it's their fault. I mean, a lot of it's their fault. I mean, they advertised Turtle Wow. They had streamers even advertise Turtle Wow. They had what's his name, Nixium, actually do a commercial for them. They would post on X and actually CC, you know what I mean, like directly link Blizzard, CS or whatever, like the Blizzard feed directly, so that they would see their numbers. I mean, so they were bragging about how many people were playing their game. And that just wasn't smart. That wasn't smart at all. So that, in a way, and I said that before, even when they were doing it, before they got shut down, I said, this is really stupid. I don't know what they're trying to prove. We know you've got a lot of... So I thought the way they did that was really dumb. But yeah, I was sad to see him go down. I'm just really curious to see if the people that made Turtle Wow, if they're thinking about doing something else, if they're thinking about maybe creating another server. I mean, the main dude was in Russia, I think, so maybe they start up a Russian server or something. I don't know if Blizzard could really come after him in Russia or not. I kind of doubt it. So I'm just curious to see, but who knows? Oh, I gotta kill these guys. Fire gut ogres. It's the ogres that have the knockback. If he knocks me back, no? But it definitely, what's interesting is when you have a big private server like that go down, it always opens up something else. All those people fled and they started playing. Some started playing Season of Discovery. Some of them probably started playing Classic WoW, believe it or not. And then some of them started playing, Project Epoch, which, I mean, it doesn't feel like Ascension WoW when they took over Project Epoch. It doesn't feel like, and I looked to see what updates have been on the official Ascension feed regarding Project Epoch, and there's been none in a long time. So they haven't done any work to update the Project Epoch client in a very long time. So and since there weren't that many people playing Epoch, I thought they were just going to kind of let it die. But it's still up. I don't know how many people are playing Epoch, but some people from Turtle Wow went to play it, so I'd be curious to see what the population is. Because if the people that went and played it left it pretty quickly, that means that's just another affirmation that Epoch isn't really that good. I'd just be curious to see what they thought of it. I probably could find some YouTube videos, and I'm sure if I just went and looked. And of course, we've got Classic Plus probably going to be announced at BlizzCon this year. Well, so you are playing Epoch, okay. There is no in-game store at all anymore. The server is reliable. I'm playing on Kazan. They also have a hardcore, but they can group with non-hardcore. Yo, so you think Epoch is good? So did they get rid of all the bugs? I mean, I know that Ascension had worked on getting rid of some of the bugs. What's the population like on Epoch? I'd be interested in playing Epoch if there's a decent population. That's always my thing. I don't want to play if it's a dead server, Maybe I'll try it out today. I don't know if I have time. I got some movers coming over here in a few hours. I know that once I get that straightened away, my wife's probably going to want to help. She's going to want to, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what she's going to want to do today. My wife always has plans. No population because due to turtle lawsuit. Oh, so it's been disabled? You don't know how many people are in? Oh, that makes sense because they don't want yeah. But if you can tell, like when you're playing the game, is it hard to get a group? I mean, is there like, I mean, when you walk around the world, I mean, do you see people? You know, it's pretty easy to tell what the population is. There's a lot of people. I'll check it out. I'll install it and check it out. I'm curious what the hunter's like. If they have any kind of melee hunter build or anything interesting. I don't even remember what the talent trees look like or anything. I don't need to kill this guy. We just need to kill this guy, and I think we're done. Yeah. So you're enjoying your time on Epoch. Oh, maybe I'll check it out. But it's not as good as Turtle WoW, right? Turtle WoW had so much content. Like, they had so much custom content on Turtle WoW. Like, tons. They have a solid survival tree. Yeah, I have to take a look at it and see. If I could do, like, a cool melee hunter build or something, it might be worth playing. Or if they have a decent, you know, like paladin or hunter or possibly priest talents. If those are, I'll look at each of those trees and see what, you know, what we can do with them. See what kind of flexibility we have. Possible interesting builds. I need to kill these stupid. I always hate this part of the quest where you have to kill these damn wolves because they're kind of spread around sparsely and you're just running around. I guess that's MMOs for you. I shouldn't complain. Fresh content, dungeons, quests, items. What do you mean items from crafting? Are you saying that they've added more stuff to crafting? Because that I'm very excited. I love it when because I think that's one of the biggest downfalls of World of Warcraft is in vanilla is the crafting is really bad in my opinion. It's like really bad. There's so few items to craft, and most of them are pretty much kind of a waste of time. They've added many things to craft. That's cool. But that alone would make me want to try it. Oh, that's right. We get a bunch for these. Okay, so we don't have to kill that many. Yeah, maybe I'll try it. Maybe when I get done with this quest, maybe we'll see if we can install it. I don't think I have the Ascension launcher installed. Pretty sure I don't. I used to. Oh, maybe I do have it installed. Or I had the launcher at least installed, maybe. What client? But it's running their client. Is it a 1.12? No, I remember they're the 3.3.5 client. That's the other good thing about Project Epoch is it was on the better. Continue with login with your Ascension account. Okay. Minimize this. Hold on 1 second. I gotta remember what my Ascension account is. Let's see. Ascension, wow. Let's take a look. Password. Log in. New device detected. Enter the verification code sent to your email. Well, that would be the question. Which email is it using? I have no idea. Second. We're verifying. It should be my old email, I think. Yep, it is. Cool. Okay, we've got the code. We are typing in the code. Continue. Okay, we are logged in. Okay, fresh Epoch. Look at that. A fresh yet faithful take on an old school gameplay. Where is it going to install it, though? settings. Where does it install it to? Is it gonna ask me? Oh, here we go. E. Do it. Wait, go back. Included content. Okay, continue. Only got 13 gig. Oh, that's how much it is. Choose a language. Client base. This may improve graphics performance. What do you think about? It's a 335. Hey, Cynical. What do you think about the DX, the DivX, or the DXVX drivers? Have you tried these? This does not work on all systems. I probably don't need it. I mean, let's just use the basic client base. Project Epoch. Let's see if my account's here. Account details, account settings. Let's go to account details. I wonder how much I have. 108 gold coins, 30 silver coins, and 1,473 bronze coins, according to their thing. So there's no shop. We'll try it. Honestly, can't recall if I use it or not. Nah, you don't have, it's okay. I installed the base. Oh, looks like did we crash? No. Yeah, we did crash. Anytime I bring other windows over into my game monitor, and while I'm streaming, it doesn't like it. WoW does not like that. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. Yeah, maybe we'll take a look at. Maybe we'll play Ascension or Epoch a little bit today for just a few minutes, you know. I'm curious how well the client will run. If the client runs really good, and I don't have the micro stutters I'm getting here, that alone with the new talent trees will make me interested in playing it, you know. What do you mean? You mean the dead zone? There's no dead zone? Is that what you mean? Like no dead zone? I mean, I don't know why that would. What do you mean the kills? I'm not sure what you mean. Because like just having no dead zone wouldn't really make him OP. Would make him stronger, I guess. Yeah. I mean, no dead zone's more of a useful thing for PvP. Like in PvE, it's not really that big a deal because, you know, staying at range or whatever. For me, it's not a problem at all because I play melee mostly, so it doesn't really even matter, you know? But yeah, but if there is no dead zone, that means I could melee and range right in the mob's face. So that's it. I didn't think about that. So could I like shoot an arrow when I'm standing right in front of a mob? That would be interesting. That would make it OP for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that works. Like how like can I shoot an arrow when I'm standing right in front of a mob? 'Cause, yeah, that would be a big deal. Not when you're right in their face. You gotta back up like 1 or 2 yards, but you could if you. Well, yeah. I'm sure we can just meet. I'm sure I can weave stuff in and out if I want. I'm very slippery. I'm slippery when wet. I am very agile. My fingers are very nimble on this keyboard, let me tell you. So, so if you're PvP, you get all this XP. Wait, so you can basically get XP, get more XP if you're flag PvP all the time.
Interesting.
Heart of the Mountain, Tablet of the Seven, and Mother's Milk. These are all dungeon quests. Okay. I thought they were. I was just refreshing my memory. Well, let's see. Ascension. We're still downloading. Estimated time remaining. Did it say 8 hours? Yeah, I don't think it's going to take 8 hours. Maybe it was 8 minutes. Hardcore is what? It's fucked thanks to Bill Gates' talk to text. What? There are no wolves around here. Dragonkin Menix. Priest. Menix. Oh, I just did that quest. I did that quest. And it's a dwarf. I can't say hardcore without the filter going off. Oh. So you said hard, but you said hardcore. It says hardcore is, and then it goes star star star. Thanks to Bill Gates' talk to text. I'm sure. I have herpes. I don't know. I don't think I want to help somebody with a stupid name. How petty am I? You're using Winky plus H to chat? Dude, I would. Are you using the Windows key? Are you doing voice? Are you doing voice typing? Oh, that's what you're talking about. You're saying you're using Windows voice. Okay, I didn't even know that existed, to be honest. I didn't even know that voice that worked. Oh, these guys drop it too. I forgot. These guys drop the medallion. That's why. I always forget about that. Nice. Let's kill these dudes then. Yeah, I didn't even realize that was in Windows 11 or whatever, whichever version of Windows. You missed my trap, you son of a... I don't know why I should have just ran up on the guy. Oh, this guy's going down. Oh, you and your flame strikes. It's heal over time. I'm not sure what you mean by it. What you talking about? A specific class? I mean, you don't channel heals either. It's heal over time. What difference would? Oh, you're talking about the. Oh, you're talking about the pet men pet. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because the channeling is really annoying. Yeah, that makes a big difference. Yeah, I love being able to just throw the Hitman pet up there without having to like channel it. Shit, the other mob's coming this way. Err. And he ran away. Okay. Night elves are always superior, right? Screw you and your flame strike, my friend. Screw you and your flame strike. Whenever I kill mobs in this area, it brings back so much nostalgia. Because my brother used to play a rogue, and back in he started playing World of Warcraft. I believe he started playing in the end of vanilla or the beginning of TBC. I don't really remember, but he used to come over to this and just farm this area. Like he would pick these guys' pockets. He would go into this building here, and he would just pick all their pockets, and then come out and pick all the pockets out here, and just do it over and over again. Like just do like a big pickpocketing loop, you know, as rogues do, right? And then of course he would kill them too for experience, but I wonder if I can get this guy without grabbing the others. Nah, I can't. That kind of sucks.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Ooh. Let's take a healing potion. There's a lot of casters around here. They're still coming. One reset. Yeah, I was going to say they won't come this far. They're not going to come this far. You run back to home. Run back to mama. 75% done. Project Epoch. Yeah, we'll try it out. That'd be something interesting to play around with today. But we got to get this character to 60. Yeah, I probably will. As long as it's basically error free, like you know the client runs smoothly. There's not a lot of bugs. You know, as long as the content runs without a lot of issues. You got to give Ascension credit though. They took Epoch, which was pretty much a steaming pile of dog shit. I mean, it was so buggy. Remember when it first launched? Remember how many things they had to go in and fix? Remember that? when it first launched on Ascension, I mean, they were constantly patching and fixing stuff. That brings up another topic, though. How is it that Ascension WoW is still running? How is it that Blizzard hasn't come after Ascension? I mean, they probably already have. I'm sure they've served them with a cease and desist. A lot of people think that Ascension has some sort of agreement with Blizzard or something. You know what I mean? Or maybe there's even, you know what I mean? Maybe it's weird. Like, you know, a lot of people think that maybe there's some sort of backdoor deal that Ascension has with Blizzard. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, it's just weird, man. Then you came back, okay? Yeah, I mean, I played Project Epoch like just a little bit, but it was so full of bugs and stuff, you know. I mean, I didn't like what they did with Goldshire. I thought that was pretty awful how they did that. Like Turtle Wild, it did a much better job of adding content than Epoch. Really? You bastards. I like that though. I like that about the Buddhist monks because they've accomplished their task. You know what I mean? They accomplish their task and they move on to the next one. It's like the effort. It's like the process of learning. Like the important part is that they're learning, right? They're learning how to create, and they're getting better at it. It's not the end product doesn't really matter once it's already been completed. In a way, that's kind of like me leveling a melee hunter in here to 60. A lot of times I'll just get to 60 and I'll go do something else. Like I'm not that big into the end game that much. For me, it's all about doing stuff that's kind of fun or difficult, challenging, you know. But once I reach 60, it's like, well, the rest of it's pretty much cake, you know. You know, doing dungeons is easy, you know. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, I do like doing hardcore dungeons because it's a lot of fun. I like watching people die. I like watching people die. Who doesn't? I mean, that's why the hardcore death clips are so fun to watch. I mean, it's hilarious, man. Everybody wants to critique and be like, why did he do that? Or why didn't he do this? Or he could have lived if he did this or that. You know what I mean? It's so, and I do it too. It's so hard not to backseat drive, man. But the truth of the matter is, when you're in that situation, the shit is the fan. Some people are able to keep their calm and make smart decisions, and some people aren't, you know? So... Yeah, that's right. Humans can be hunters. Enroll human in it. You said stay in the zone and save your... Why do I need to save my cloth? Gotcha. I don't know if I would roll human, to be honest. I'm not sure if I would... If, you know, because I like night elves, so I don't know if I'd roll. I mean, it'd be interesting to play him just because I never played a human hunter. You know? Yeah, they have better animations, yeah. I don't know if they have better bow animations, but they definitely have better like, combat animations with like swords and spears and stuff, I think. Yeah, no, it'd be interesting just because, like you said, I've never done it either. I've never leveled a human, human hunter, so. Ah, the Moro Green. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, the Night Owls have the cool. Well, the Night Owls, they just move better, right? I mean, they walk better, they run better. I always feel like when Blizzard created World of Warcraft, it feels like the first character model they created was the Night Elf because it just has the best locomotion. Like just the way it moves, even is like the smoothest, and it just looks, I don't know, the most realistic. The jump, excuse me, the jumping, the flips. It's just so cool. I do like Undead Paladins though. I think that would be kind of cool. No, don't curse me with your cursive tongues. I don't think that's gonna affect my melee though. We have to have nice graphics. It'll look cool though. We'll be able to get. I'm sure we can get Epoch looking really nice. Some reshade install. Be running that nice 3.35.5 client. Right. 92%, 93% done. Do they have a talent calculator, Cynical? Like, where is the talent calculator? Let's see if we can find one. Ascension. Wow, project. Epoch. Okay, I think I found one. Looks like. We've got readiness. They've got Savage Strikes at the top. They also have Hawkeye. That's a little different. It's interesting. They have some of the things that only require 30 points to get to. That means you could get fairly deep, and you might be able to. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. We'll have to look at the talents. Yeah, go ahead. You can't link it in the stream, though. You're not going to be able to link it here. Yeah, if you have a link, is this the right one that I'm looking at? Is this here the right one? This is from epochhead.com. If that's the right one, then I've got it and I'm good. Okay, cool. Hmm. You know what's really funny is people play WoW, like people play like classic or yeah, you can't post it. You can't. I don't know if you're on my Discord server, but you cannot post it in the stream chat. Stream chat will not allow you to post a link for some reason. I don't know why they do that, but I mean, I guess I understand why because so you'd have to be in mine. Let's see. Give me a second. What's this? Oh god, Nvidia's doing some stupid shit, man. US has seized 1 billion of Iran's crypto holdings. Oh shit. Okay. US seized like $1 billion worth of Iran's crypto. Oh man, maybe this war will never end, dude. BlackRock medallion. So weird that the wolves drop it, and then I always forget that these guys drop it. Every time I do this quest, I forget that these... If it wasn't for Questy, I remember back in the day when there was no Questy, and I did this quest, you had no idea that these guys dropped it. I don't even know if the quest... Does the quest even say that? Oh, no, it does. It says can be found on the orcs. Okay. Alright. Interesting. It does say the orcs. Yeah. My Bitcoin is... Actually, you know, I should buy more Bitcoin. What's the price today? 72,000. Just buy more Bitcoin. Play. Play. Project Epoch. You gotta fire that up after we get this quest done, I think. Or at least look at the town calculator for a bit. This guy's wearing like the bloodless chest piece. That's the only part of the bloodless that he's wearing. One of the boots. The bloodless boots and the bloodless chest piece. The rest is different. That's fine. It's all good. I believe in Bitcoin, but I could be wrong. You never know, man. When it comes to investing, who knows, man? But I also have stock in AMD. I did have some Nvidia stock, but I actually sold my Nvidia stock and put it all in AMD, which could be a bad idea. I have no idea. All I know is I'm scrambling because I have to retire. I want to retire from my job in 10 years, and I don't have enough money like to put away, you know. So I'm really scrambling trying to figure out how to best make some money over the next 10 years so that I can retire comfortably. You know, if you guys watching the stream feel like donating money to my poor ass, please do so. Because I got to retire in 10 years, and I would like to actually have enough money to live off of. So I spent too many years being stupid with my money, you know, just going out with friends, drinking beer and that kind of, and not putting it away. And now I'm paying the price for it, you know. I'll tell you I will give you my opinion on gold and silver. There's nothing wrong with owning gold and silver. My biggest problem with gold and silver is, what if you want to sell? What if you own a bunch of silver? Let's say you own, I don't know, let's say you own $100,000 worth of silver. How much money do you think you could get today if you went to a silver dealer and said, I want to sell you all the silver I have, which currently is valued at $100,000? I guarantee you the silver trader, the guy you're trying to sell it to, is not going to give you the value of it. He's not going to give you the value. He's not going to say, oh, well, here's $100,000 for your silver, which is currently valued at $100,000. He won't give you that. He'll say, oh, I'll give you $80,000 for it. That's what he's going to do. That's not the way Bitcoin works. With Bitcoin, if I got $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, if I go sell it, guess what? I'm going to get $100,000, right? There may be a small fee, transaction fee, but that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, sure, you don't want to sell, but at some point you have to sell if you want money, right? Like, you can hold forever, but the thing is, when I retire, I'm going to have to sell something because I'm going to need the money, right? I can't live off just wealth, or the Fed, whatever it is. I can't live off the retirement because, because it's not going to be enough. You know, you're going to need more money. So I'll have to sell something. That's the point. You know, I got to get enough money to where I can have something to sell, so I have some money when I retire to live comfortably. Yeah. Catch-up clause. Oh, okay. How does that work? How does the catch-up clause work? Do they get... What I want to know is, how are you going to sell the silver? Like, I don't believe you can just go and say, like, let's ask ChatGPT. If I have $100,000, if I have silver that is valued at $100,000, and I sell it today and get $100,000. Let's see what it says. In principle, yes, but it depends on what you mean by valued at $100,000. If your silver's current market value, you generally won't receive exactly that. Silver bullion bars or coins. The dealer may pay anywhere from about 95% to 100% of the silver's melt value, depending on the product, market conditions, demand. So there's a lot of what ifs, you know? There's a lot of what ifs. Okay, well that's cool. Yeah, yeah. Well, the problem like I said, the problem I'm facing is I just don't have enough money to retire on, you know? I want to retire in 10 years. I don't want to keep working until I'm like 70 or 80 or something. I mean, who wants to do that? I'm 56 years old. I'm 56 years old. I don't want to work till I'm like 70. I would love to be able to retire at like 65, or 66. Hell, I'd love to be retired at 60. I'd love to be able to retire right now if I could. I just don't have the money. If I was Asmongold and I was a big streamer and made a ton of money, but that'd be awesome. You know what I mean? But no one's giving me any money. Come on, guys, give me some money. I'm broke, man. I'm not broke, obviously. I have money, but I don't have enough money to retire on. I have a house and I have 2 cars. Well, I'm paying car payments on both the cars, and I'm paying my mortgage. So obviously when I retire, I still have to come up with the money for those things. Although by the time I retire, I'm sure the cars will be paid off. So all I will have when I retire is just the house payment, probably. You know what I mean? You gonna rub salt in my wounds? Yeah, please don't rub salt. No, whatever. You can say whatever you want, dude. Oh, well, that's too late. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know. Fine. I already know. I already know all that. I know that I know that buying like cars and not owning them it sucks. But who has the money? I can't afford to just go to buy a car with cash because I don't have the cash. You know what I mean? I don't have the cash. So yeah, But like I said, by the time I retire, the only thing I have to pay that I don't own will probably just be the house. You know what I mean? Yeah, but cynical, you're not telling me something I don't already know. I already knew that. But, it's easy to say that if you have money, but if you don't have any money, it's kind of hard to do. Yeah. Yeah, you want to when you retire, you want to have no mortgage. Yeah, you want to be basically you want to own everything at that point. That's for sure. And everybody like, no, but you're 100% correct, and it's a life lesson that I learned the hard. And I screwed up. I screwed up. I didn't prepare for retirement, and I think, what is the percentage of people who aren't prepared? I think it's pretty high. What is the percentage of people who are not prepared for retirement? I wonder how high. I bet it's pretty high. It says 50 to 6. It says surveys show that roughly 50 to 60% of Americans are not adequately prepared for retirements. You know, the thing that's interesting is I saw a number that said the people that are prepared for retirement, the people that actually are adequately prepared for retirement, that like 90% of them don't spend the money they have. So like they have a certain amount of money prepared for retirement, but they die before they spend it. Like 90% of the people that actually are prepared for retirement, 90% of them die before they ever spend the money they even have. Which, there's nothing really wrong with that, because you can leave it, you know, you can leave it to your children or whatever, but that, I thought that was kind of interesting. Oh no, I know a lot of people are tired. I wish I, dude. I'm happy for you, dude, and I praise you and applaud you. I wish that I was able to do that. If you know, it's one of those things. It's a life lesson. Like if I could start life all over, I would do things very differently. You know, I would do things very differently. But I think everybody would. I think anybody could start their life over would probably do things differently. You know, because you take the things you learned and you apply it. You know. But at this point, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of panicking. You know, I'm putting money into Bitcoin. I'm putting money into AMD. I got money in I got money in my company stock, right? Because I get to buy my stock from my company at a discounted rate. So I have, you know, we have an employee stock purchase program, right? So I have stock in the company, and my company is a very good company. Like their stock's currently, let me see what the current value of the stock is. My company's stock is currently $364. And my company's stock over the last year has gone up 116%. So, unfortunately, I sold all my company stock years ago. Another mistake I made. But again, I needed the money. You know, I didn't have any money. So unfortunately, I've been in a bad situation. You know, where I just have been struggling, you know. So I didn't hit the lottery because I don't have any company stock. I mean, I do now, but I don't have enough to where it's worth anything. Sell your house, take out, what is this? Social Security. Sell your house, take out the equity, and get yourself a small place. Yeah, I knew all that. I actually watched quite a few channels on YouTube about retirement advice. So that's pretty much the same stuff that a lot of people say. But honestly, what's going to happen is, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Why do you say I hit the lottery? Because of my company? No, I haven't really, and the problem is my wife doesn't have any, I don't even think she has, I think she's got a 401k, but she doesn't have anything, you know, stored away really. My wife is very sick. My wife has severe medical issues. My wife is very, very sick, and, you know, and I don't want to say this because because it's a horrible thing to say, but my wife says this all the time. My wife always says that I will outlive her, you know. And that her life insurance policy obviously goes to me, and my wife thinks she's not going to be around much longer, you know what I mean, because of her sicknesses that she has. You know, she's got a lot of issues, and so she's very concerned that she's not going to be around for very long. Yeah, 9 years, wow. She's probably beating the odds if she's been doing it for that long. Yeah, stage 4. Wow. Yeah, she's definitely beating the odds. Have I completed this quest yet? I'm kind of tired. Oh, I did. I did complete it. Sometimes I'm talking to people in chat and I don't even know if I've completed a quest, but we did. We did complete it, so. Yeah, it's scary. It is. I've gotten to the point now where retirement's kind of staring me in the face, and I'm kind of worried, right? Because my job and the way AI is taking everybody's jobs, is going to be taking. I'm a computer programmer, so my job's probably going to get replaced by AI eventually. I don't think it'll be right away, but I don't see me keeping my job at my current company for 10 years. I really don't. I don't think the odds are on my side, which is very scary. When you get to be my age, last thing you want to do is have to be like, is get a new job. Like when you're like 56, let's say I get laid off from my company and even like 3 years from now or something, and I'm like 59. Good luck trying to get out there in the market as a 59-year-old and get a job. I mean, you can do it, of course, but it's a pain in the ass, right? Plus, I work from home because my wife's sickness. I work from home every day because my wife is so sick. She can't really be by herself. How am I going to do that at a new company? I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take the job, but I have to work from home every day. Yeah, that's going to go over really well. That's why I don't know. That's why I'm trying to figure things out. But started colon, liver. Now it's the lungs. Yeah, that's the thing with cancer is it moves around. It's a bitch, man. It migrates. Well, I hope she gets it into remission. That's horrible. I mean, cancer's horrible, man. It's so bad. I have medical issues, but and my medical situation is not great either. I mean, I have high blood pressure basically, and I just need to get out there and get more cardio. Is all it really is, probably. But I spend too much time on the computer being a programmer, like working, and then when I get done working, what do? I jump on the computer, play video games. So I spend too much time on my ass, even though I do work out with weights and stuff, but I don't get enough cardio. Disability, and your wife should be on. What is SSD? What is SSD? Yeah, I don't know how to handle that. Like, if I got a new job, let's say I had to get a new job, I don't know how to figure that. I'd have to figure that out. Like, I mean, my wife works. She has a job. She works. Sometimes she works when I don't think she should be working because she's so sick, Like, it's pretty crazy. Oh, the Social Security disability. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I don't know what's going to happen. I think my whole like retirement thing is kind of up in the air. It's again, it's pretty scary because I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm banking on Bitcoin. I am. I'm banking on Bitcoin. Uh, on it going up over the next 10 years. I mean, it traditionally has gone up for a long time. If you look at Bitcoin over the last, 6 years, it traditionally goes up. I don't really. The reason I like Bitcoin over like the AI stocks is the AI stocks could bubble. I mean, we could be on a bubble with AI. We don't know. I mean, AI keeps going up and up and up, but at some point it has to go down. It can't. Things can't just keep going up. Companies can't just keep making profits. At some point, there has to be a, leveling off. There has to be a tapering off. I'm not gonna. We can't do. No, I'm not gonna stop the stream right now. We could hit. You'll have to hit me up later or something. We'll do it later. Do you have my Discord, dude? Let's see. I don't know if you're in my Discord. Discord. Here, well, here's the invite to my Discord. So yeah, just give me on the Discord. Send me a message on the Discord, and then I'll respond, and we can talk later. I don't want to do it right now because I'm just trying to relax.
How are you?
50. Yep.
See you soon. Keep your feet on the ground.
Extinguish the
Good.
fire god.
Safe
Now he's gonna want me to kill the
See you soon.
Titch.
Looking for something specific?
What else do we have? How much is one rugged leather worth? It's worth 5 silver. How much is one thick leather worth? It's worth 3 silver. So you make more money selling the thick leather, right, than you do crafting the rugged leather, right? So if I go to trade goods, it takes 6 thick leather to make 1 rugged. So yeah, that's 200% make more money just selling the thick than you do crafting the rugged and selling the rugged.
Have a good one.
Yeah, we could talk about it. I need some retirement planning for sure. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I mean, as it is right now, I think I'll have. I mean, if I'm just guessing what I think I would have at retirement, like in 10 years, I probably wouldn't have much. I'd probably have something like $500,000 to $1 million maybe, and that's if I might not even have that much. It's hard to say, man. Hey, what's up, Chase? It has gotten better. It has gotten better. I'll tell you what, I was doing about 90 DPS, like 90, 95 DPS per second, and now I'm doing 136. So now that could be a couple things. I mean, definitely the pole arm has a lot to do with that, but also the talent points, leveling up maybe one. I think I leveled up once, so the extra talent point in Frenzy probably is helping as well. But if you split out the damage, you can see here, I'm doing 55% of the damage versus my pet's 44. And before the pole arm upgrade, it was closer. Like the gap between me and my pet was closer. So I'm definitely doing quite a bit more damage with this pole arm. It doesn't feel like it because like the regular non-crit swings, I don't really pay attention to those numbers. But if you look at Raptor Strike, if you look at the regular Raptor Strikes, they're ranked around, the average is 249, right? And the crits are, average crit is 505. With the other pole arm, I think the average hits were probably like 150 or 160, and the average crits were probably down around like 380 or 400. So there's a big difference. So yeah, this pole arm definitely increased my DPS pretty significantly, I think. But it's one of those things that's weird. It doesn't really feel like it. It doesn't really feel like it's, So, all right, let's see. Oh, I can draw a check from Social Security. What? Oh man. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, no, that sounds awesome, dude. That sounds great. I didn't know that. So could she work? Could my wife keep her job and still be getting paid a disability? See, what you're saying is because I'm the caregiver. Like I'm the caregiver for my wife because I take care of her, right? I take care of her. So what you're saying is she can. Oh, she can't work. So okay, so she can't work. So if she wasn't working though, she could get Social Security disability. Okay. Okay, I gotcha. So it would come down. So it's one of those things where, the mobs get better as you level. Yep. Yeah, they do. Oh, you think it'll be more than working? My wife doesn't make a ton of money. She makes like, I don't know, like 60,000 a year or something probably. I don't know exactly what she makes, to be honest. I mean, it's probably around, she doesn't make a lot. Yeah, we pay a lot in medical. My wife's been to the emergency room this year, probably this year at least like 8 times. We've had to go to the emergency room with her. I mean, just that alone in the United States is so expensive. Every time I go to the emergency room, you're talking You know, you're talking $5,000 to $10,000 every time, and we've been to the emergency room probably like at least 6 to 8 times this year. So her medical bills, I'm sure, are I don't see her medical bills. She handles her medical bills and pays her medical bill, you know, but I'm sure it's pretty extensive. Hmm. Yeah, I'll definitely research it. I'll definitely look into it. I didn't know that it was going to be like a big benefit. I mean, the medical side of it's going to be the biggest benefit because if we can get the Medicare, that's going to be big, and the pharmaceuticals because obviously my wife's on about at least six different medications, 6 to 8 medications, you know, and those things are not cheap, you know. So we can kind of double up on the medic. Yeah, yeah. I'll definitely look into it. That's cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But let me. Oh, so I could care for her from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. That sounds like a lawyer question. So you're saying I could be getting paid as a caregiver while I'm working a full-time job? Well, that would be interesting. So I'd be getting another check, basically. Yeah, and I can use AI to look that up too. AI is going to be pretty helpful for digging into the details on that. Oh, I appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate it, man. We got in the stream. Sorry, but Cynical's helped me out with. He's giving me some advice on my wife and her. My wife's got a lot of medical problems, and we were just talking about you guys in the chat. You know, we are talking about. I'm concerned about retirement and having enough money to retire on, and my wife's being really sick, so I have to work from home because she can't be by herself. So my concern is that if I lose my job, because AI is taking people's jobs. I mean, it is. I mean, don't discount AI. I mean, AI is going to, in a few years, a lot of programmers could be out of work. You know, in 2, 3 years, it could be faster. Who knows? But I could be out of a job in a few years, and that's a very scary proposition for me because then now how am I now I got to go find a new job, and and who knows if I can get a job where I can work from home, and it's scary, man. It's scary. Obviously, if you work 9 to 5, you can't care for them, so you have to care for the 6 to 2. Okay. All right. Well, I'll definitely look into it. I'll definitely look into it. I'll talk to my wife about it. Cause yes, my wife will like. My wife's very religious, so we're pretty religious. I'm religious, but my wife's very religious. Um, we haven't been able to go to church lately because she's been too sick to go. Yeah, that's the only thing is we don't make it to church sometimes, mostly because she's too sick. We've actually been going to this new church. It's actually pretty awesome. It's I'm not going to say exactly what it is. I don't want you guys to know where my church is, but it's a cool church. Yeah. Um, but we are going to check out. We'll let this hunter get a little bit of rest time. Um, I'm still trying to figure out my alchemy situation. Like, when am I going to switch to alchemy? Uh,
Hey there.
which is going to be an interesting. Look at this. Look at this inventory. What a mess. What a mess. We can definitely get rid of this. I don't think we're going to need warbear leather for anything, so let's get rid of that. I don't think we need that either.
Safe travels.
But yeah, cynical. I certainly appreciate the advice. The one thing with YouTube is I've always like, man, it's just like, I just wish I could like retire and play video games. I wish I could retire and just be a streamer and make enough money, extra money. Like my goal this year was actually to try to just get enough to get more people, as members of the channel and to get more views on the channel. And I've never put a lot of effort into YouTube. I've never like put my face in front of the camera really. And some people say you should, some people say you should, and some people say don't do that because they're worried about doxing and all the kind of like, then people know who you are. And I'm like, oh, I mean, come on. If people really want to find out who I am, I'm sure they probably could. The way the world is nowadays, it's pretty easy to track people down. Which is scary unto itself, you know what I mean? So, you just play games, watch it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I wish. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of Cynical here, who's already retired and can just sit around and play games. I'm super jealous. And again, if I could have my life to do over, things would be a lot different. I would have planned for retirement, and I probably would, or I'm sure I would already be retired. And things would be like, well, honestly, things might not be different. Things might not be. Who knows? Because if I could do things all over again, I probably wouldn't be a programmer. I probably wouldn't go down the programming path. I probably would be something else. I don't know. It's hard to say. I always wanted to be in some sort of an artistic field because I'm very artistic. I'm like a good painter and a good, I can sketch and draft very well, and I play guitar, and I'm on the artistic side. Like my brain's on I don't think on the analytical side of my brain. That's not me. So I struggle to be a programmer. It's pretty amazing that I've been a programmer as long as I have because I don't think on that side of the brain. Like, so for me to be a programmer is a lot more difficult than for some other people. It doesn't come to me naturally. I've had to work really hard at it, and I've spent my whole career as a programmer. But I've had to work a lot harder than some people would have to. And I approach programming problems a lot differently because of the way my brain works. And that can be a good time. That can be a good thing sometimes, but it can also be a bad thing a lot of times. So, but I always wanted to be more of a graphic, more of an artist. Like, when I was coming out of high school, I wanted to be into video game design, and I wanted to design like the art of games and the level design and character modeling and all that stuff was much more interesting to me than being a programmer. But coming out of high school when I did 1988, good luck even trying to find colleges that actually have those programs, and the few that did exist were way too expensive for me. And I was poor, beyond poor. My mom raised 5 kids by herself, so we were dirt poor. We had nothing, right? Nothing, right? Most of my clothes were hand-me-downs. I didn't have brand new clothes. I was wearing clothes that my brothers gave me because I was the youngest of, I had 3 older brothers. So I always got the hand-me-down clothes. So I was dirt poor. I don't really regret I don't regret what I've done. I don't regret the choices I've made really too much because, I've had a lot of fun along the way. You know what I mean? You said like a Nigerian? What do we got? 4 minutes on Morrow Grain. Let me see if I can just clean out my inventory. Maybe even just a little bit. I don't think we need the Blackrock medallions anymore.
Good day to you. Have a good
I don't think we need all this leather. I mean, what am I ever going to do? I've regretted, I haven't thrown away all my leather because I'm like, well, what if I get a recipe where I can craft something that's better than what I'm wearing? But if that happens, I can easily just go get the leather. It's easy to farm leather. That's not a problem. And do I really need all this Incendisaur scales? Probably not. I mean, it's just for reputation turn-ins. We could easily farm. They're really easy to farm. So let's just sell these. That'll give us a little bit of room. Let's sell all that. And let's save. We're going to save our herbs because I am going to go alchemy. So I might as well just save them. And I don't think we're going to need Ichor. Although I think it is used for alchemy, isn't it, at some point? And tender wolf meat we can just cook up. Cesty clam meat. Yeah, that's what we're feeding my pet. Okay, that cleared up some space.
See you later.
Yeah, this is hardcore Skull Rock, yep. From the African Empires, Cynical.
You need something?
Well, that was the goal. Here's what I wanted to do, Cynical. Here's the plan that I had. When we bought our house, my plan when I bought the house was hoping that the house would go up in value over the next 10 years, right? I don't know how much it'll go up. I'm hoping it'll go up a lot. So my plan was always to sell this house in 10 years. My brother 61, he still works. He's making like part-time. He works like maybe 3 days a week. And his philosophy is, why am I going to retire? So basically your brother doesn't want to retire? If he's making that much money a year, why doesn't he want to retire? I don't know why people want to work, man. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of working. I've been working my whole life. I don't want to work anymore. I don't get up. I don't know about you guys, but when I wake up on Monday, I'm not looking forward to going into work. I don't look forward to that. I look forward to getting off work. I think what was the poll, like in the United States? It's like 60%, around 60% of people, or 67% of people don't like their jobs. 60 to like 70% of the people in the United States don't even like their jobs. I mean, as a human race, it's kind of ridiculous that we all spend the majority of our lives doing something we don't even like. I mean, how pathetic is that? It's like it sucks. What he's saying is, yeah, I have enough, but my Dutch aren't eroded. And oh, you say he's going to retire at 62 or 65? Okay. I mean, when I looked at the numbers, 5 million was the target. Like, if I wanted to retire comfortably, I need like 5 million in my bank account. That was like the super comfortable retirement. If I had 5 million in my bank, I could retire super comfortably. If I had like if I had 2 million in my bank right now and retire, I could probably retire and live off Social Security. But that would mean I'd have to sell the house, like you said, and get a smaller, get like a smaller house. Okay, we're gonna sell this. Sell. And we can cook this up. All the rest of this we should put in the bank. What is this? This is our Angora soil. Okay. Borrow grain. Sungrass. Hey.
How are you?
Okay, sungrass. This. Okay, we got some space in the bank. A little bit. Where's my Angora soil? I know I got some. 100. Ah.
See you around.
Yeah, well, you don't like Bitcoin, and I can understand that. I can understand why you might not like Bitcoin, but the thing is, what I'm looking at is this, right? Like, Bitcoin's down now, but let's see, max. It's down right now. See, but this is kind of the 4-year cycle. I mean, Bitcoin, once the war ends, once the Clarity Act passes, it's definitely going to shoot up. But the big thing that's really going to drive Bitcoin is, I mean, there's getting more and more adoption, obviously, but it's going to go back up. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Like my wife's parents, they own their home. Did you buy more? Hey, Valstay, you bought more Bitcoin? I mean, I believe in Bitcoin. I was just talking to Cynical here, and I believe in Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to go to 1 million, and I think it's going to. I definitely believe in it. So I'm buying. I mean, I'm constantly buying Bitcoin all the time. I mean, I automatic buy Bitcoin every week. It's just automatic. It just automatically buys for me. But Yeah, what we've been talking about, boss, is I'm just really concerned about my retirement. I'm really worried about my retirement. I don't want to work forever. And cynical here, lucky him, he retired at 48, and which I'm super jealous of. And I know other people have retired at like 35, and I'm just like, but I lived a life of I was a party animal. I went out with friends and drank beer, and I was just wasting money. And I never really had a lot of debt. I was married a long time ago. I got married when I was pretty young, and that wife ran up a lot of my credit cards, unbeknownst to me. I didn't even know at the time because I was working, and she was at home, and she ran up a lot of the credit cards. So when I got divorced, I actually had quite a bit of credit card debt, and that was a real problem. But that's all gone now. Yeah, Bitcoin's really it's not my only hope, but it's. But what Cynical is saying is not to have any bills, obviously to own your home. But my goal has always been to buy this house. And then hopefully in 10 years, it'll be worth, in 10 years, hopefully I can sell it and get more money for it. And then what I want to do is I want to build my log cabin out in the woods somewhere. And then own that, like buy it outright, like buy it with cash, right? So, and have it fully paid for, obviously. But who knows if that's going to happen, but where will Bitcoin be in 10 years? I don't know. If Bitcoin goes to where it should go in 10 years, let's say it goes to even just like 300,000, still not going to be enough. Still not going to be enough, dude. Yeah. You retired at 43. Oh, I thought you said 48. Geez, 43. Yeah, the price, I don't know how much the price is going to go up. Yeah, if the interest rates go down, Bitcoin's going to go up for sure. Every time the interest rate go down. Every time the interest rates go down, Bitcoin goes up. But the one thing that will constantly make Bitcoin go up is when they keep they keep printing money. The United States presses just keep printing fiat, right? They keep printing, and every time they devalue the dollar, that's going to make Bitcoin go up. Because, you know what I mean? The voice of text isn't working. But if they keep printing money, they keep making the value of the dollar get less and less, which means inflation goes, it's up and up. I mean, your money's worth less, So why do you want to keep hoarding cash when the value of your cash is getting less and less? Like if I put $1,000 in the bank, that $1,000 isn't going to buy in 10 years what it can buy right now, because things go up in price because they keep printing money. So, Bitcoin, as long as Bitcoin goes up, that's why you invest. That's why you invest. You're trying to outpace inflation. You're trying to, if you just take all your money you made and just threw it in the bank, you'd be screwed. You know what I mean? Because it's not really making you that much. You have to somehow put it somewhere where it's going to increase a little bit quicker. You need more money. You need more return on your investment. But I am not an expert in that stuff. I'm very much a noob. So don't listen to me. Don't take my word for it. I'm just spouting stuff that's probably not even accurate. So Valstay, you bought some more Bitcoin, huh? Yeah, no rich man holds cash. That's true. Most really rich people don't hold cash. I think the AI bubble is scary though, because we talked about that before. Valstay, we know that the AI at some point those companies can't keep going up. When you look at like AMD, some of these stocks, right? Like if you look at AMD stock, right? And you look at 1 year, I mean, it's gone up 356%. That cannot continue, right? That can't continue. In a year, it's gone up 130%. That cannot continue. At some point, it has to stop. And you look at NVIDIA, I don't know what is the stock for NVIDIA? NVIDIA, over 1 year, has gone up only 50%, which is not a lot. But over 5 years, it's gone up 1,200%, which is insane, right? So, but I think NVIDIA is starting to flatline more because so many other people are. NVIDIA is the big fish, is the whale, and all the little fish are trying to feed off the whale. They're trying to take a bite, right? They're trying to take a bite of the whale. That's what a lot of and the companies are banking on other companies getting a piece of the pie. It's all like estimation. It's all people trying to estimate and guess where's the money going to go, because like same thing with AI. And that's the other thing too with AI, like you can run your own language models. You guys don't have to pay for AI anymore. And this is something I've been wanting to do. I just haven't done it yet. But you can download language models and run them on your local computer for free. So if you're paying for ChatGPT, which actually I do pay for ChatGPT, you don't really need to be honest, because you can download or run like pretty good language models locally on your computer and just run it there for free. That's something I've been meaning to set up. I just haven't done it. And once I set that up, I got to make sure that the quality of the language model is good. And I don't know how often those language models get updated. I got to do more research on that. But if we can get to a point where we can just run that stuff local, then I don't need to pay for any AI, which is going to save me a little bit of money. So I'm trying to look at any little things any little expenses I have, and even like Discord. I pay for Discord, Discord whatever it's called. That's like what, $10 a month. I pay for that shit, and my wife, I pay for all these streaming services for my wife's mom because she had a stroke and she sits at home and watches a lot of TV, and so she's logged into my Amazon account because she's like, she's logged into my Amazon account, and she's logged in a lot of my other accounts on her TV, and so I pay for a lot of streaming services just so she can watch certain shows that she likes because I'm a nice person. But that's expensive. I mean, I pay probably at least 100 to 120 bucks a month, probably in streaming services. And if it was up to me, if it was just me, I wouldn't pay for any of that shit. Like I might pay for one, like I might pay for like just Amazon or something. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't pay for all of that stuff. So, oh, someone's calling. Hold on, it's probably my wife. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I gotta. Oh man, I had my mic muted. I don't know how long my mic was muted, guys. Was I talking for like 20 minutes on stream and nobody heard a single thing I said? Probably. I don't know. I hope that wasn't the case, but my mic was just. No, I think I muted it when my wife called. Anyways, I gotta go. So what's happened is we were supposed to have a furniture delivery today at 2. It's 12 o'clock now, and they contacted my wife and told her that they should be here soon, which is weird. They're not supposed to be here this soon. My wife didn't want. She wanted to be here when they came because last time they delivered furniture, they were banging shit on the walls and they damaged like some of our door frames. So she was pissed, and so we bought some more furniture from the same store, and we made them very aware that how dissatisfied we were with the last delivery, and so they gave us free delivery. And their delivery is normally $500, believe it or not. So we got the delivery for free. So my wife's rushing home from her mom's house right now, but I want to be out in the living room in case these movers show up. And also they have to, I guess so I got to do some stuff. But anyway, so I got to go basically. So, but I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I will probably stream again maybe tonight. I don't really know what's going on. I know I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow because my wife's going back to visit her mom, I think tomorrow. And I'm going to talk to her about me staying here. Hopefully, if that's okay with her. It might not be. She might want me to go with her because her dad's being a jerk. He's a big jerk. But we'll see. Anyways, I got to go for now. So I did want to check out Project Epoch today because I was talking to Cynical and he was talking about that it runs really well and that it's fun. So something I want to look into today. So hopefully we'll get a chance to play this later today and take a look at Project Epoch and see if it is stable and if it is fun. But Cynical was saying there's a lot of people playing and that it runs really smooth, and so it's something to look at because we're always looking for something new to play. We've done classic WoW to death, so it's kind of like we're just doing stuff we've done before, which can be boring sometimes. But I like to do the challenges. I like to level melee hunter, different things that are challenging. But in the end, it does get boring because we've done it before. It's not like I haven't already done that. I've already leveled a melee hunter in hardcore WoW in the community version before, so it's something I've already done. But this is a cool. I like this artwork they have on the background here. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Cynical, thanks for the advice. Ball stay. I hope that our Bitcoin goes up, or I'm going to be screwed. Bitcoin's my retirement. Hope for retirement. That and hopefully somehow selling this house and getting out of like Cynical was saying. I don't want to retire and have a house payment. I got to get to the point where we can get rid of the house payment. I don't really know how that's going to work though. Unless the value of this house really goes up. I mean, how much would I even pay off in 10 years? Probably not a lot. I mean, most house loans are 30 years? So maybe let's say if in 10 years I pay off a third of the house, and let's say the house doubles in price, which it probably won't, but let's say it does. So that would mean so I mean, in that case, if that happened, I'd end up with $400,000 cash. If that happened, and then I could buy my cabin. My log cabin would probably only be about 150 to 200,000, and enough to set it up would probably be another 100,000. So I could probably get my log cabin built and everything for 300,000, and still have maybe an extra $100,000. So then I would have my dream home with no mortgage payment, and still have a little bit of extra cash to throw in the bank as well. So I think that would work out pretty well. But anyways, I'll catch all of you guys later. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.